Hey guys, it's been a little while, so hello. I'm definitely looking forward to jumping back in. If you do not know me, my name is Mel. I go by Swatches by Fish, and I love sharing makeup with you guys and talking about makeup. And even if it's just me talking to myself, this kind of fulfills some sort of a creative outlet. So anyway, without further ado, just wanted to welcome you. If you are new here, or if you've been here before, hello. So today we're talking about Adept, and we are going to be reviewing the Seahorse palette. Now, this is a multi-chrome pigment palette, and I am, I saw this and I was really excited to swatch this for you guys. There are totally people working outside of my apartment, so I apologize if you hear anything. I just really wanted to jump on here and not prolong this anymore. So again, without further ado, the Adept palette. So the Seahorse. I think just talking about the packaging, and again, this is more of a first impressions. I haven't had a chance to wear it yet. So swatches, first impressions, and then if you would like, I can come back and kind of give you a update on to how it wears. Happy to do that, but I just wanted to get this out. I know a lot of people are swatching it right now. I know a lot of people are interested. I think it just went back into stock yesterday, so let's get this going. I think that the little seahorses are really, really cute. How adorable. I love underwater life, and so this is very interesting to me. I like this palette. There is a mirror. I won't blind you. It comes with a mirror. Did have a plastic case over, it had a plastic film over the eyeshadows, but I took that out just for the sake of ease of swatching and showing you these beautiful shades. So let me just show you an overview. Alright, so I'll show you each shade as I swatch them, and let's get into this. I'm coming into this with I didn't read any other reviews. I've used Adept Cosmetics before, and I really like their formulations, and I really like them. So this is blind for this palette. So, alright, I'm going to start with Courtship. Courtship is this top left bud, and it is really, really pretty. You can kind of see the shift to it. It's like this bluish, purple, pink. So let's see what it shows up as, and maybe I can try to describe it better. My arm is primed with the NYX primer, glitter primer. That's what's picking up for one little swatch, little swirl around. I'm going to just see what shows up with one swipe. Okay, very nice. I typically do 2 swatches, so let's do one more. Pretty. All right, so Courtship. This is really stunning. I love this. I think automatically when I see this, I think of a seahorse or a mermaid. I think of that. So I think this is a beautiful start to this palette. Swatch is great. It's opaque, and I'm enjoying it. All right, next is Big Belly. I want to say that I love the name. That is the second in the top row. Big Belly. So she looks like she has, it looks kind of like a purpley shade, bluish purple with pink iridescence to it. So let's swatch, and then I can tell you what this looks like. All right, this one's soft. It kind of feels a little different than that one, than Courtship. So that's what it looks like. I kind of am picking up more of a grayish blue now that I'm actually looking at it. And let's swatcheroo. Okay, I'm gonna do one more swatch. This one, it did come up but let's just do one more for good sake. All right, there she is. You can see this really great in the light. It has that grayish blue kind of base, and then you can kind of see purple shift to it in the light. Really, really cool, really nice. And it's a different formulation than the first one. They do look similar. I do think that there are definitely differences. As you can see, this one is way more like, you know, particle-y, like the larger particles are there. This one's way more smoother. And they just have different shifts. So just my thoughts so far. I have my cellar water that I'm going to use in between swatches. So I still have 1 or 2 fingers I can use on here. All right, continuing on the top row. So then we have Tiger Tail. Don't know how this is how this relates to seahorses, but cool. That is this one right here. Right there. And this one I definitely see the purple shift to it for sure in pan. I also see some green, so I'm looking forward to this. All right, similar pickup and feeling to the one before it, Big Belly. But that is that purplish gold. Very pretty, honestly. Very, very, very pretty. Wow, stunning. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It's truly beautiful. Yeah, so you see the purplish gold from the lights here. It's just kind of fantastic. Very fun. I do like that. I think Tiger Tail is my favorite so far. But let's go to the next one. Let's go to Giraffe. Now Giraffe also looks purple. Again, this is a pretty, you know, I would not say that it's like a monochrome palette by any means, but you know, there are similarities here, and I think that's just to best build upon the look that you're trying to achieve, and you know, mixing and matching these colors, you know, they're just trying to give you a cohesive story. So I appreciate that, and here's Giraffe. All right, let's do it. Let's see how you pull. So this has more of a similar feeling to the first one, like there's larger particles. And in color, I would say, like just looking at it, it's kind of a mix between the 2 and 3. But that is her on my swatch finger. All right, let's see, let's see. Oh my gosh, how stunning. Wow, I don't even need to do a second, but I will because I want to make sure that they are swatched consistently. That's that 4th one right there. Very beautiful in the light. I'm seeing this like more like pastel purple, like overtone along with the light purple, if that makes sense. But just a shift in the light, like, you know, you could also kind of, it's really up to your eye. I mean, I could even kind of see some blue in there, maybe picking up a little bit of yellow. So it's fun. There's definitely fun surprises in there. But I will say the formulation is similar to Courtship, the first one. And then we have Low Crown as the last one in the row. Right there. This looks like it's going to be a different formulation than the others, but let's see. All right. Very much in the same color family of what we've been looking at. One swatch. Okay, and then one more before I kind of go into my thoughts on this. Okay. This one is more, this kind of reminds me more of like a frosty blue. Let me show you it while I talk through. It's very light. That was the 2, you know, you can clearly see it. 2 finger swatches did pick it up for sure. no problems there. Just compared to its counterparts, I feel like this shade is just not as exciting to me. But that's not to say it's not a beautiful shade. I think it's very, very pretty. It's like this gorgeous light frosty blue. That's how I would describe it. Bluish purple at this point, actually. It's purple in the pan, so I will say it's purple. Just a reminder of what that looks like. So a frosty purple is really what I'm going to go down to and say that it is. All right, next up we have the next row. We have some great colors coming up in that second row, and we'll go through them one by one. The next one is Jayakars, Jayakar, apostrophe S. So this one looks to be similar to like Big Belly and Tiger Tail in terms of formulation, so let's see if I'm right. Yeah, it's pretty similar. It's pretty smooth and creamy. Just like a nice, beautiful, frosty blue at this point. So we have a frosty purple, and now we have a frosty blue. Let's see them side by side. Okay, this one's definitely picking up some purple. I don't know if you can tell right here. On camera, it's not. You know, I think that it really is just a frosty blue, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. And I'm okay with it, but we'll go to the next one. The next one is FYGMY Thorny. Figmy Thorny? Here it is in the pan, that second one right there. Let's go for it. Let's just do it. Okay, so this one is coming up like, it feels like milled. A little powdery. It's coming up as this kind of blue. Let's see what it looks like swatch next to the one before it. Those are real similar. Those are real similar. I will say that. These two are quite similar. I would say there's like a couple of purple shift to it, like a couple of purple glitter particles. Purple, I'm really trying here, guys. It's just, these two are just so similar, and it's quite disappointing for a 100+ palette. But we'll get there too. So that's just initial thoughts. The next one is the one I'm most intrigued by. It's called Tyro, and it's like rainbow in the middle. It's really fun. So let's see if this gets me in a better mood. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, this is a fun color. So this is like a beige gold. You can kind of see like how like the lighter like undertones there. Oh wow. Really pretty actually. I was not expecting to get goldish beige out of it. That's it. On my arm, it's kind of really cool because it's like my skin, but better. So this would definitely be appropriate for like a nude look, and just wanting something a little extra that shines a little bit more in the light. Yeah, I mean, I love that. I love the idea of it, and it's fun. It does have like the purple and the gold shift to it, obviously. But it's really fun that beige really takes ownership and kind of leads the way. All right, so the next one is False Eye. That is more of a mint green, I would say. It's right there. And let's get to swatching. Let's try on this arm now. Let me just prime. Okay, we're nice and primed. So I'm gonna get False Eye swatch here. Okay, so here it is. It's not really coming up much with the 2 swatches, to be honest with you. I'm gonna take a third. I know this is inconsistent with what I like to do. I just want to give it a fair chance. Okay, so it did show up more. It is that light mint green. I can foresee this being a nice topper. So perhaps that's how I would use it. But it is, you know, quite light, and it does take a couple of pulls for that to come up. So take that as you wish. Next is narrow bellied. It seems to be the same consistency as false eye, it looks like. They're very similar in terms of like the way they look in the pan. So let's get it going. Okay. I'm gonna swirl. Okay, that's coming up much better. And I'm sorry I didn't show you mint, the false eye. That was false eye picked up, by the way. So, you know. And then narrow bellied. Oh, that's gorge. Gorge. I love that green. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's this beautiful, like, it's like outdoor, it reminds me of like outdoors. It's like a very outdoorsy green. I know that probably makes no sense, but like it just reminds me of the spring. It's so fun. So that was narrow bellied. Then we have long snout. Oh, and we're on the last row now. All right, let's continue on. Long snout. So this is an orange. Let's swirl, swirl, swirl. Okay, so this is not picking up like crazy pigmented as some of the other shades were, but it still is coming up, and sometimes those subtle shades are just as gorgeous. So that's one swipe. And let's pick up a nice round 2. All right. There it is. It's like vanilla creamsicle. I don't know when this became like me describing the colors as different things, but that's kind of just where I'm going and I'm floating with today, so whatever, let's continue on. Yeah, I like it. I don't dislike it. It's okay. So that's kind of where I'm at. Paradoxical is the second, kind of cream with definitely some iridescence. I like these kinds of shades, so let's see. Let's do a swatcheroo. 1, swirl around. Yeah, it's picking up like the orange, but I'm actually, and what it's picking up, like the undertones of it, it's definitely very like pinkish. Pink undertones is what I'm seeing. Is there orange in that? Hold on, I'm completely cleaning my finger. I'm just seeing if there's any orange in that, because if there is, I don't see any orange. Just pink and blue. Pink and blue shift to it. Although I think it's just absorbing the light from the orange, because it's picking up a little orange, which is fascinating and very cool to me. So I would say that the orange and the white actually mix to make a really beautiful color. But you can't tell. Again, I actually prefer this iridescence over that orange. I think it's more versatile. So, you know, we'll get there. The next shade is Cindo. That's this guy right here. Another, you know, purpley blue shade. Swatchy, swatchy, swatch, swirl, swirl, swirl. That is like an icy blue with like some purple pink to it. You can kind of see pretty good there. Oh wow, she's very similar to the one above, to Paradoxical. Huh. Okay. So here is, I'm going to swatch more on this line, the next few ones. This one is really similar to the one above it. I don't know if you can tell. This one definitely has more of a blue base, as you can obviously see, and it's very obvious in the pan. But they're very, very similar. They're very similar. I would say they have the same shift, but they just have like different base colors. So interesting. Next is Ponto. I'll show you Ponto. Second to last one. It's this like beautiful magenta-y pink. Let's swatcheroo. I'm gonna clean my fingers. Oh, okay. She's a flaky shade. She's a flaky shade. Very flaky. Very flaky. I have mixed opinions on flaky shades, but this isn't the time or the place. Wow. Very pretty. Very pretty. Cool. So here, oh my goodness, I thought I was going to make this better, but I guess I went the wrong way. Here is the pink. It is just that magenta color, like I said. The particles are very, like, there are big particles for sure. If you're not a fan of the big particles, then this isn't for you. It has, like, honestly, it really is just like that magenta, like, pull. So, you know, in the light, woo, if you shine it like this, you can kind of see that beautiful goldish, bluish kind of color. But as it stands, it's just that pink. And the last, but certainly not least, the soft coral. Let's see how you are. All right, swatching. It's a beautiful, creamy kind of consistency. I'm not flipping you off, I promise. So I am a big proponent of this kind of color. I adore pinks and purples with like gold sheen to them, gold undertones, gold shift, anything. I am a maniac when it comes to that. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, in the light you see the gold, but it's pink, but it's gold, but it's pink. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love that shade so much. But let's talk overall first impressions and what I'm feeling right now. I think a lot of these are dupeable. I have a lot of these in other kind of variants throughout my collection. So do I think that this palette is necessarily unique? It could be for you. If you're a first timer, I think this is a really cool palette to have because you have a lot of great shades in the same kind of color range, color family, and you can make a lot of great looks with transitions and pops of color here or there. You can wear them as, a lot of these have the versatility to wear them like as a one right over your lid, or you can combine or top with one. So that I like the versatility of the palette. I don't love the price point. I'll just say it as it is. I think that, you know, 15 shades are great. But I don't necessarily think that the price point matches what I was expecting for this palette. So yeah, there are some beautiful colors. I think the top row minus Low Crown are winners. I didn't love Low Crown or Jawbreaker, or I'm sorry, not Jawbreaker, Jaya Cars. I thought they were very similar. And just to show you, Like, again, like these two are really similar in the, you know, thing. These two kind of look a little similar, not exact dupes for each other or anything like that, but similar. There's these two shades that look similar here, right here. They look different enough, but they're very similar. There's that shade too. Oh no, that's just Fallout. There's that, and then there's that. So, yeah. Overall, well balanced. Again, I think that the colors are appropriate. Do I recommend? Again, it's so on personal preference and style that I never really want to give a recommendation on this, but if I were to buy this again, I wouldn't. That's kind of where it comes down to. But I love Adept. I will use this palette. I think that's an important note. It's not going to like wither away in the back of my makeup collection, I hope. But, you know, I do have a lot of this like in my collection right now. I think Tiger Tail is probably like a really gorgeous standout for me. I really like Courtship as well. But, you know, the soft coral, that beautiful pink with the gold, I have so many similar to it, and I just can't fathom that this palette, the price point on this, would be worth me repurchasing just for that shade. So take that as you wish. I'm here for questions and comments. Please follow me on Instagram. I post there. Swatches by Fish. Please follow me here. Let's talk. Let's create some dialogue. I would love to hear what you're thinking. Hope you have a great day. Bye.